This is the Election Bureau. Hello, welcome to the Citi Newsroom. My name is Zoe Abubedu Ado.
And I am Michael Obodu. Coming up,
President Akufo-Addo condemns Sunday's clash between some members of the NPP and NDC in the Audu constituency.
Basa was more basa here. No, I face the 7th of December. Ghana, Africa fair, World Fair in Kwawo. It's an Amenakesi, what you over.
Also coming up, opposition National Democratic Congress and governing New Patriotic Party in the Agyemang Siam constituency of the Central Region up in arms against each other over recent attacks there.
You are sick, you don't organize a press conference, you go to the hospital. So if somebody assaults you or assaults you, the first point of call is you go to the police and then you report.
Still ahead, government dismisses report that Ghana has been declared a highly indebted poor country.
Categorically, we say to you that it is not true that Ghana has been declared HIPA or has been added to a list of HIPA countries. Indeed, the evidence is that the Ghanaian economy has seen a significant recovery from 2017 to 2019 under the leadership of the Akufo-Addo administration.
And later, I will take you to the Hoi Hoi constituency in the Volta region where the seat Energy Minister Peter Aminu is eyeing.
Person of integrity, and he has lobbying skills to lobby for the constituency.
If they get power, they'll use the money to do different things. They'll not take good care of us. So I like that the woman should go.
The details now. President Akufo-Addo says violence should not have a place in Ghana's politics. According to him, political parties that engage in violent acts ought to be rejected by the masses.
Speaking at a mini rally at Audu where supporters of both NPP and NDC recently clashed, Nana Akufo-Addo asked residents to eschew all forms of violence and vote peacefully in December. There's more in this report on the president's tour of the Greater Accra region.
President Akufo-Addo began day 3 of his tour of the Greater Accra region with the commissioning of 100 buses for Intercity STC in Accra. The Agricultural Development Bank, ADB, granted the facility for the purchase of the buses to be paid by STC in 3 years. President Akufo-Addo says the purchase of the buses indicates government's commitment to invest in the transport sector. From the STC yard, President Akufo-Addo inspected ongoing works on the Obechebi-Lamte interchange project and also interacted with spare part dealers at Abosokai. The president was also in the Audu constituency, which recently recorded a violent clash between NDC and NPP supporters. Nana Akufo-Addo, in condemning the incident, said violence should not have a place in Ghana's politics.
Jomaba, we want peace in Accra. Sikia wafo Mahamu Femo Bene Acho Agyemang. Je no kona no ye. Ke isano ke takasia ba tomi e no twakese obeno ko papa no ba ke na bi. Mo femo ni ke takasi baba osiki fomo e twakese no momo e beno ko papa ne ba ke ma bi. Ke akese sanu acho Agyemang e me no esani okotakasia achomi. Oleake sikela ka etwakese bodie so oleake obeno ko papa mi no ba mo no tumo. Me panyo fai Basa was more basa here. No, I face the 7th of December. Ghana, Africa fair, World Fair in Kwawo. It's an Amenakesi, what you over here. Ne, Waba fair, no Miliakesi, Ghana beer, ne Bibio come here. Niame icho beg papa, and I'm a John, Nekema Jenny and I. To join the family of me. It's an animal that needs a patient. ake ni niga haivie eke no ni wo fe isake atanyumo ewawo ni nkulinde ebawafa nyeneke election 7th of December no mbabie ni mbabi nyamime ake ni chimo no wochu ewo mi panya fai nye ha me gbe ni machano nye ha me gbe ni machano.
And now, the National Democratic Congress in the Agyemang constituency of the Central Region is accusing the new Patriotic Party of attacking its members. The NDC claims the NPP is on a mission to intimidate the Member of Parliament ahead of the elections. The NDC is thus calling on the Ghana Police Service to intervene. Citi News' Calvis Tete has more in this report.
The opposition National Democratic Congress in Agyemang claims that several of its members have been attacked by members of the MPP in the constituency. But the new Patriotic Party, which denies the claims, is also angry with supporters of the NDC for allegedly invoking curses on their parliamentary candidate, Kwesi Etuafo, and Asen Central MP Kennedy Agyemang for supporting him. Videos of a group of individuals clad in red attire with face coverings invoking curses has surfaced on social media. The NDC says they will defend themselves if the police fail to stop the supposed attacks. The NDC's communications officer for Agyemang, Galahad Andor, highlighted supposed cases of assault on their members to Citi News.
Agyemang NPP and their political team board, Kennedy Agyemang, to use the social media to soil the reputation of our gentle leader must be treated with all the contempt it deserves. Their diabolic intention to tag Dr. Kasela Atuba-Forson as violent and evil will not wash, because the constituent he serves know him better than these already defeated opponents who, upon sensing their unavoidable defeat, have stopped campaigning and have resorted to character assassinations and vilifications as their only campaign strategy left. This is because, in their own estimation, all is lost for them, and their defeat stares at them day in and day out.
He also denied allegations that the NDC invoked curses on the new Patriotic Party's candidate.
As far as the NDC party in the Ghanaian is concerned, we have never sanctioned any invocation of curses on anybody. In fact, about a week ago, we got to know, or it was brought to our attention, that Honorable Kennedy Agyemang has made a lot of allegations against Honorable Kasela Atuba-Forson in connection with an issue that took place at Agyemang, which is not even part of our constituency. Honorable Atuba-Forson knows something about the alleged plan to have murdered one Cynthia Morrison, who is also an MP at Agyemang area. The allegations that were made by Honorable Kennedy Agyemang against him were baseless. So maybe they had wanted to invoke the curses on Kennedy Agyemang in respect of that allegation. But we, as a party, we have never sanctioned such a thing.
In response to the allegations of assault on NDC members, the constituency secretary for the MPP, Kweku Noah, dared the NDC to provide evidence to back its claims.
If you are sick, you don't organize a press conference. You go to hospital. So if somebody assault you, the first point of call is you go to the police and then you report. Just 3 days ago, there was an incident at Agyemang. There is one woman called Koke who has crossed carpet from NDC to NPP. And then the island where NDC was organizing a health walk. And the health walk, they moved their people to his house and assaulted her and then her children. We've reported a case to the police. There are about 10 cases that we have reported. Some have even left here to the regional police command, and they are working on it. So if they have any claim, if they have anything, the police station is there. They should tell the media the number of cases that they've reported, and the police are not acting on it. If they are saying we have, assaulted their members, they should make mention of the names.
Mr. Kweku Noah, however, insisted that the said individuals in the viral video invoking curses were NDC supporters and thus condemned the act.
Honorable Kennedy is supporting Rashid Kwesi Etuafo to unseat Audu Sulei, and for that matter, they don't want Audu Sulei to be unseated. So they are invoking cases on our Honorable Kennedy Japan, so that Audu Sulei will still be the MP. But in this 21st century, I think we should not, our policy shouldn't get into that angle. So we called you here to condemn that act, and then we are calling all well-meaning Ghanaians to condemn that act. And we are also calling Audu Sulei. If he is not the person behind this act, you should also come publicly and condemn the act. Because the people did that in his name. They know they've lost the seat, so somebody who is drawing anything that the hands gets picked, he just have to hold on to. So I don't think by going into the river and then invoking cases, that makes you win. It doesn't add any votes to yours.
An activist of the opposition National Democratic Congress who was being held by police made his first appearance in court on Tuesday. Audu Sulei was part of 10 NDC activists who were arrested at Abuabo in the Asawase constituency in the Ashanti region. The NDC activists with 2 other suspects have been remanded into police custody after they were charged with conspiracy to commit robbery and robbery by a Kumasi Circuit Court. Citi News' Hafiz Tijani reports.
9 of the NDC activists who were picked up by police in the Asawase constituency were granted bail after some supporters and executives of the party besieged the police headquarters on Sunday. Audu Sulei, also known as Scorpion, was held by the police as part of their investigations. 2 other suspects, Taufik Mohammed and Michael Atuguba, together with Audu Sulei, were brought to the Kumasi Circuit Court 4 by police. The 3 were charged with conspiracy to commit robbery and robbery. Counsel for the accused explained what transpired in court.
But the prosecution told the Honorable Court that though they are in court with a charge sheet, they are not ready to start trial. However, they still would wish the court to remand them into custody. Well, we did what we do as lawyers by putting up a defense and a bail application, to the Honorable Court, imploring on the discretion of the Honorable Court to go our favor. Unfortunately, it didn't go that way today. Well, I guess we live to fight another day. Yeah, the court has ruled that we should. The court has ruled that they be brought back in 2 weeks. So hopefully in 2 weeks, God willing, we'll be here and to take it again.
There was heavy police presence at the court premises to ensure law and order. Counsel for the accused questioned the deployment of armed police officers during proceedings.
The police are a bit overly dramatizing and sensationalizing the situation. This, in my honest view, is a simple matter. Ordinary, criminal charge leveled against them, just as it's being leveled against all other citizens. I wonder what is so special about this particular case. But like I said, as a lawyer, I make my prayers before my lordships and hoping that they would agree with me. Today they didn't. I hope next time they will. There's no clarity. I'm as lost as you are. The charge sheet doesn't really connect the accused persons as put on per the facts. Well, what we know in criminal law is that the charges as preferred must at all times, as we were all taught in law school in criminal law, that the facts must connect the charges to the accused person. You can procure a copy of the facts and read it yourself. Every English literate person should be able to read it and ask yourself that where in the facts have prosecutions mentioned categorically the names of the 3 accused persons to the offense alleged on them? None. But here we are.
NDC supporters masked up at the court premises in solidarity with the suspects.
But we saw everybody here. We saw everybody, but government will change. Government will change. This one, we saw everything.
Member of Parliament for Asawase, Alhaji Muntaka Mubarak, was also in court with other executives of the party. The court, presided over by Her Honor Jacqueline Avotri, remanded the suspects to reappear on 11th November 2020.
Now, for most constituencies in the Volta region, winning the NDC primaries is the biggest deal for anyone seeking to go to Parliament. However, the situation in Hohoe seems to have taken a different approach, as Energy Minister John Peter Amewu is doing a lot more than the usual to give the NDC a run for its money in the constituency. As part of Citi News' constituency radar ahead of the 2020 general elections, Volta regional correspondent Benjamin Aklama puts the spotlight on the Hohoe constituency.
The Hohoe constituency has been a busy political constituency for many reasons. The Energy Minister Peter Amewu is leaving no stone unturned in a quest to win the Hohoe seat in Parliament. At the same time, the NDC's Professor Margaret Kweku of the University of Health and Allied Sciences is also counting on the long-standing loyalty of the people of Hohoe to the umbrella party and her own long-term support to the health and well-being of the people of the constituency to be reasons for which she will be giving the mandate. Even though Peter Amewu and Margaret Kweku have both been chief executives of the Hohoe municipality, very little is being discussed about their exploits while they managed the municipality. Rather, their concern is more about which of the political parties is bringing the most development to the area in recent years. Even though Mr. Amewu has lost parliamentary elections to the NDC on 2 occasions, the dynamics are different now. For the 2020 elections, the NDC MP aspirant is not an incumbent. Professor Kweku also hails from an area which is not directly within the new Hohoe municipality after the creation of the new Ote region. Mr. Amewu is also being hailed for the many developments the area is seeing in recent times, including street lights, bitumen coating of Hohoe town roads, and his support for entrepreneurs in the area. But Mr. Amewu said being in Parliament should be the objective of all well-meaning politicians.
As a politician, there's an aim of every politician, and if you really want to have a long-term objective for politics, Parliament is a place you must go. I see anybody who claims to be a politician, an active politician without going through a Parliament, you have some challenges, okay? So it's not necessarily me just saying I want to go to Parliament. I want to go to Parliament to show to the world that I have a constituent behind me. There are a number of people that are behind me, and that alone gives you some element of credibility. So big-time politicians, very experienced politicians that we have, Nana Akufo-Addo, President Kufo, name them, they've all gone through, the parliamentary system.
Mr. Amewu also said he was being driven by the many demands of the youth who wanted jobs and other viable means of survival and had assured him of their votes in the year's election.
There's a huge opportunity for the youth. The level of unemployment in Hohoe is quite high. And what we began and will continue to do is to see how we engage the youth into numerous projects. We've started that process, and I think this is what is giving them the hope that if I represent them in Parliament, of course, the opportunity will be opened up to a lot more youth. The rate of unemployment in our streets, if it continues this way, I don't think we will all be happy about it. So the youth are happy that there's somebody coming in now to open up the opportunity for them, create job opportunity, train them, those who want to do self-employed business, train them, facilitate the source of funding for them to engage in business. Our market women, we started facilitating some source of funding for them for their trading activities. The farmers group, and all the other, various groups in the traditional and then the constituency at large.
Meanwhile, the NDC in the constituency indeed admits that the NPP's Peter Amewu is a formidable candidate who has all the resources to win the Hohoe seat.
Yes, we do not have the resources in Hohoe, but God has put us together that the NDC will not lose our seat here in Hohoe. We in Hohoe have always won elections by default, but our opponent this time have given us a run for our money in a formidable candidate who has all the resources in Ghana.
Bright George Enibansa, the Hohoe NDC constituency chairman, however, indicated that the Hohoe seat will not be for sale to the highest bidder.
Our seat may seem to someone or group of people in their widest imagination that they can take this seat with money or by deception. But let me assure them in particular, and everyone here, that the Hotway seat is not for sale. I stand here today extending an olive branch to all who are gone out to preach skirt and blouse, but believe in the NDC and JDM, to come back home for us to win the seat together, as they know that the NDC is on its way to government and the MPP going out of government.
The parliamentary candidate for the NDC, Margaret Kweku, on her side said the grounds are still very fertile for the NDC. She said she would adopt a door-to-door approach in canvassing for votes.
I think I have a lot for the people of Hokwe. I've been the municipal chief executive of Hokwe before, and they know what I can do.
Some residents of the Hokwe constituency have also been talking to Citi News about what will inform their choice of an MP in the December polls.
They say what we are seeing here, for all the years that we find ourselves here, we are not really seeing anything good. The road is not doing well, the environment and other things. But since we have this man called John Peter Amewu, who has come around and want to stand for MP, and the kind of changes he has brought to the town, which is Hohoe, in all our roads is being done, in the places that we don't believe there will be road, in the till we die, the roads have been done. So if I may say anything or they will ask me who to vote for, I believe he's a very good person to vote for.
He's a woman, and he's a woman that knows everything. He can care for us, we the women. We are suffering too much. But the men, if they are in, I don't know how to call it, if they get power, they'll use the money to do different things. They'll not take good care of us. So I like that the woman should go.
I am in Hohoe here for quite a long time. And precisely, I want to vote for John Peter Amewu because he's a person of integrity, and he has lobbying skills to lobby for the constituency. He has been bringing a lot of things to the community.
If you want to consider the two aspirants who want to go to the parliament, we want to look at the objectivity of the two candidates, who can deliver, who can developmental aspect of every candidate, who can give us more development in the municipality. So looking at the two, you see that Peter Amewu is 100% above the lady. Yes, the lady has been the municipal chief executive here. We know what she can do, and now that Peter has come, you can see the difference between the two. So I will personally want Peter to win and bring more development to Hokwe municipality.
Let's move to the eastern region now, where the chief of Bong, Nene Pabitenya II, has asked residents in his community to, for the first time, vote massively for the new Patriotic Party in the December election. Speaking at Deba as part of the vice president's tour of the region, Nene Pabitenya II, who touted the performance of the NPP in the town, asked his residents to cast the ballot for the party's parliamentary candidate, Samuel Nuete Aite and Nana Akufo-Addo.
But since you're going to give us the railway station, you've done a lot for us. I think it will not be out of place if a humble request of an assistance to put up just not a magnificent, just a small palace for the chief of Bong. I know you have done it. And I know 2021 you will come and commission it. Thank you very much. The dual courage from Tema to Akosombo, by all means, will not miss Bong. So we are very grateful. We are very, very grateful. And I have also to mention that the municipal chief executive has been very, very, very hardworking. Very, very, very hardworking. And I know also, Mr. Vice President, for the first time, I don't know, because I have only one vote, but I believe my vote, if it should be voted twice, is going to be for those who occupy number one. I know. Which means one of the ones will go to one, and the other one of the one will go to 30. And for the first time, 30 should go to Parliament.
The running mate of the NDC's presidential candidate, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyemang, has called on the people of the Volta region to vote for a unifier in the 2020 elections. Professor Opoku-Agyemang, during her address to the market women in the whole central market as part of her 3-day campaign tour of the region, said former President Mahama is the best choice for Ghana.
You're still watching the Citi Newsroom. This is the Election Bureau. Still ahead, government debunks claims of Ghana being listed as a highly indebted poor country.
We'll bring you the details of that story and more after this break. Please stay with us.
Rigworld Solutions, forging the frameworks of Ghanaian industry. Engineering solutions from the heart of Takrady, Kejebil. At Rigworld Solutions, we manufacture industrial bolts and nuts, fasteners, hoses and fittings for the extractive and petrochemical industries. World-class products with local expertise. Locate our factory in Kejebil of the Takrady Takwa Road. Call 0302-949917 or 0540-107504. Email enquiries@rigworldsolutions.com. Rigworld Solutions, crafted in Ghana, engineered for the world.
Close-up deep action with antibacterial mouthwash formula and deep cleaning gel. Close-up deep action. Enjoy long-lasting fresh breath.
What's poppin'? Brand new dramas. That's what. Ethan Hawke leads a group of freedom fighters in the daring battle to end slavery in Mnet's brand new historical miniseries.
We're gonna start a revolution.
And the rebellious daughter must step up and take the reins of her late father's criminal enterprise in Africa Magic's brand new local series.
What do I do?
What else is poppin'? Brand new pop-up channels, that's what's poppin'. We're serving up family dramas and intrigue galore in the beloved man on the new telenovelas channel.
Citizens, we cannot allow this situation to go on.
We're packing a punch with the kung fu adventures of the Chinese Odyssey on the brand new Kicks channel. And we're going crazy over arts and crafts with Cooksy on the new Newsroom channel. So pop on over to DSTV for the best of brand new this month.
Don't forget the balloons,
check,
the DJ,
check,
and the drinks.
Listen, honey, I've got this party under control, okay?
Daddy, don't forget our birthday cake with the sparkly candles. Daddy, are you there?
The party's at 4 p.m., honey. Don't be late.
With the all-new CowPay on the CowBank app and website, you don't have to worry about carrying cash. Just place your order with your favorite merchant and pay with a Visa or MasterCard, mobile money or CowBank account, or scan and pay. Visit the Play Store or App Store and download the CowBank app today. CowBank app. Forget the cash.
CowBank. Forward.
During tough times, we need a competent leader we can trust to keep us all safe.
Nana gave me free water when I needed it most to keep me clean and safe from COVID-19.
Nana gave me lower cost of internet during COVID-19 to operate my small business from home.
Nana told us to trust him to keep our children safe from COVID-19 when we send them back to school. Nana was right.
Nana gave me free electricity in my hour of need during COVID-19.
Nana told us to trust him to keep Ghana safe from COVID-19.
You will come back. The flag bearer of the Progressive People's Party, PPP, Bridget Jobenuku, says a PPP government will enforce the free compulsory universal basic education FQ policy if voted into office come December 7. She said this when she toured the Nima, Adabraka and Kaneshi markets to interact with traders and canvass for votes. She also says PPP's manifesto has a lot of social intervention programs that are focused on the economic development of women within Ghana's informal sector.
I told them, first of all, that they are women and we understand the plight of women, especially market women in Ghana. They wish for, or they dream of the best for their children. Every woman dreams of the best, better than what they are experiencing or living for their children. We, for example, have a Women's Enterprise Fund, the PPP, understanding that the informal sector is predominantly women in Ghana, and the informal sector indeed makes us a large part of the Ghanaian economy. The women in the markets and in the informal sector, for that matter, must be supported. We in the PPP are thinking of, when we are in power, we want to bring a Women's Enterprise Fund to support them in their businesses, to give them seed capital so that they can, grow their businesses. And of course, when women grow their businesses, they are not interested in businesses to buy big cars or build big houses. They understand the purpose of shelter, but what they are interested in is the welfare of their children. So for the children, a lot of them are out of school right now because of basic education is not compulsory. So what we are saying to them is that when the PPP is in power, we will enforce the free compulsory part of the universal basic education.
Government says Ghana has not been declared a highly indebted poor country, HIPA, as reports making rounds on social and some traditional media platforms have suggested. Although Ghana is one of the 11 countries in Africa facing high risk of debt distress and has been listed among countries eligible to apply for the HIPA program per the World Bank's assessment, it has not been declared as such. Speaking at the Nation Building Updates, Information Minister Kojo Ponkuma said the reports circulating are false.
There are suggestions being spread, particularly on social media, that Ghana has been declared HIPA again. I'm sure you would have noticed that a lot of persons are sharing material on social media that whether the IMF or the World Bank has declared Ghana HIPA or has listed Ghana as one of the HIPA countries. And it is a suggestion that the economy is not in as good a shape as we claim it is. For the avoidance of doubt, and because we have also mentioned that we are aware that some persons in the weeks ahead of the election will seek to spread a lot of false information and fake news, it is important to quickly respond to it right here and right now. Categorically, we say to you that it is not true that Ghana has been declared HIPA or has been added to a list of HIPA countries. Indeed, the evidence is that the Ghanaian economy has seen a significant recovery from 2017 to 2019 under the leadership of the Akufo-Addo administration.
The Western Regional Minister, Kwabena Ochire-Daku-Mensah, says the Western region currently has no recorded case of COVID-19. At the peak of Ghana's infections a few months ago, the region was one of the hardest hit areas in the country. Speaking at the Nation Building Update held in Accra, the regional minister declared the region free from the virus.
As I speak to you, the last time we wrote our document on the 15th of October, we had 0 cases of COVID in the Western region. We've been able to retrofit our veterinary lab to test, and currently as we speak, the public health lab at Ife-Kwanta is now also testing for COVID.
Meanwhile, in the last 2 days, the Bono region has recorded 34 new cases of the virus.
As we speak now, it is not pleasant to say, but for the past few days, the Bono region was enjoying 0 cases of COVID. But only 2 days ago, we have recorded about 34 active cases. We have seen only 1 death in the Wenchi municipality. 93.6% of the cases that we had, totaling 547, have had their recoveries.
Taking his turn at the Nation Building Update held in Accra, the Central Regional Minister Kwame Duncan stated that the NPP government had increased access to potable water from 63 to 70%, and it had offered potable water to about 200,000 residents in the region.
We have built booster stations, we have built offices, and laid pipelines to several communities, as many as 8 districts, in a matter of 3 years, 10 months. So you can see the pics of the work that this president has done in a matter of 3 years' time in the area of water. And that alone, in that single swoop, the water coverage level in Central Region has shot up from 63 to 70%. And then you have the opportunity to go and make a decision again. You are going to look elsewhere.
Some members of Parliament have expressed varied expectations ahead of the budget for the first quarter of 2021 to be presented by the Minister of Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, on Wednesday. The expected presentation, known as expenditure in advance of appropriation, is a standard practice rolled out in every election year to prevent transitional challenges in the smooth running of government for the first 3 months in the year after elections. There is more in the following report.
The Minister of Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, is expected to present the budget for the first quarter of 2021 on Wednesday. Ahead of the event in Parliament, some members of the House spoke to Citi News on their expectations.
It's going to be interesting to see what the minister is going to say, but I can see the appetite to do election spending, and they are spending heavily. I can see expenditure at the district assemblies that I can't account for in the composite budget. I can see government dishing out monies to people when they tell you it's a government intervention. I don't know the sources of that money. So it will be interesting to listen to the finance minister to see where those monies are coming from. I know this is a ritual, knowing that in a few days we are going on recess and we don't come back until next year. This is a ritual to just give government opportunity to spend in lieu of the new budget that will be coming in 2021. So it will be interesting.
It is the normal one. Maybe it's going to cover the wages and salaries and other minor expenditures of the government, and that is what I'm sure the budget is going to capture. The 3 months budget is going to capture. So I'm not sure you're going to see any huge thing that we are going to build this, we are going to do that. No, it's not going to happen. It's a normal recurrent expenditure of government activities for the next, maybe from January to March, and that is what. So there's nobody should have any different or bigger expectation. No, those expectations you wait after March. If Akufo-Addo government, which I know is going to retain power, comes, we'll present it and we'll see what it will be in the main budget. But for now, it's just a normal recurrent expenditure of government, and that is what we're going to deal with.
The Plant Variety Protection Bill was read for the second time and approved. On the issue of the decision of 9 CSOs seeking justice for Daniel Domelevo in relation to filing a suit against the president at the Supreme Court, MP for Kombongo Ras Mubarak justified the action with reasons.
For Domelevo to have been asked to stay at home for over 100 days, clearly, it is something that is unacceptable. I mean, you ask yourself whether if this were Nana Akufo-Addo's private organization, he would ask somebody to sit at home for over 100 days without, without any work done, whilst he continues to pay the person. And we've seen several officers, not just Daniel Domelevo, several officers who have served under the NDC who were asked to go home and they are getting paid. I can give you another example. This gentleman called Menu from the National Youth Authority. He was a deputy national coordinator of the NYA. For 4 years, this gentleman is sitting at home whilst he draws salary. So these are egregious, blatant abuse of office, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. It's in the right direction. I am hoping that the CSOs would get a favorable judgment.
And now to the Ashanti region, where some 51 members of the New Patriotic Party in the Subin constituency have withdrawn a contempt suit against the Ashanti Regional NPP chairman Bernard Ntwibo and the Member of Parliament after an out-of-court settlement agreement was reached. The NPP members filed a contempt suit against the Electoral Commission and the party's regional executives for going ahead to conduct a parliamentary primary to elect a candidate despite a court injunction. Both the complainant and defendants in the matter have now agreed to settle the matter out of court. There is more in this report.
The aggrieved delegates of the New Patriotic Party in the Subin constituency prior to the party's parliamentary primaries obtained a motion from the Kumasi High Court to restrain the Electoral Commission and New Patriotic Party executives from holding the process in the constituency. The delegates claimed their names were removed from the party's album and accused constituency executives and the Subin MP of plots to disenfranchise them. The motion also cited the Subin constituency chairman, Michael Edusei Bonsu, his secretary, Ekwiyamwa Boateng, and the Ashanti Regional Director of Research and Elections, Patrick Echampong. The party went ahead to hold the primaries which saw the incumbent MP, Eugene Boakye Entry, re-elected. After months of court proceedings, the court, presided over by Justice Senyo Amedahe, ruled on the matter after both parties in the case agreed on an out-of-court settlement. One of the lawyers of the defendants spoke to Citi News.
It's a democratic party. The brains behind the party, the Dombo, Dankwa, Buzia, which trickled down to Dubuahin, Kufuor, and now Nana Akufo-Addo, and several other people, not to mention, last but not the least, the Roches, Alajetes. They are all people who are well versed in democratic principles. Therefore, my caution is that in future,
You're still watching the Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. Still ahead in the bulletin, calm returns to Shiani in the northern region following Monday's clash there.
We'll take a breather here. We'll be right back with more stories.
Have you wondered why people patronize for Franco Trading Enterprise? Follow me, I'll show you why. So this is the reason why people patronize from us. It's because we have quality and affordable mobile phones and accessories. Talk of Alcatel, iPhone, Samsung, and among others. We also have quality laptops and affordable television of all sizes. Our latest baby on the block is the Franco TV 65-inch Smart TV. It's just going to blow your mind. The picture quality is superb. Our shops are open for both wholesalers and retailers. You can also walk into any of our shops nationwide to window shop. But remember to always put on your face mask. Franco Trading Enterprise, indeed the home of quality mobile phones, televisions, and accessories.
Since 2017, a new dawn is breaking in Ghana. The NPP is building the foundations for growth and transformation. We are curbing unemployment with new and decent jobs.
Thanks to Nana, I've got a new job through NAPCO. That is why I'm voting for him as the MPP.
The promise of free SHS is now a reality.
Through education, I have a brighter future. That's why I'm voting for Nana and the NPP.
The future of our country is in the hands of a competent leader, a man you can trust.
I trust Nana.
This December, let's protect our progress. Let's give Nana 4 more to do more for you.
2020, 4 more for Nana. 2020.
What's poppin'? Brand new dramas, that's what. Ethan Hawke leads a group of freedom fighters in the daring battle to end slavery in Mnet's brand new historical miniseries.
We're gonna start a revolution.
And the rebellious daughter must step up and take the reins of her late father's criminal enterprise in Africa Magic's brand new local series.
What do I do?
What else is poppin'? Brand new pop-up channels, that's what's poppin'. We're serving up family dramas and intrigue galore in The Beloved Man on the new telenovelas channel.
Citizens, we cannot allow this situation to go on.
We're packing a punch with the kung fu adventures of the Chinese Odyssey on the brand new Kicks channel. And we're going crazy over arts and crafts with Cooksy on the new Zumu channel. So pop on over to DSTV for the best of brand new this month.
There are far too many motorcycle accidents in Ghana. People are dying every day because we don't obey the rules. As a rider, you must wear your helmet at all times. So must your pillion rider. No exceptions. And please listen to me carefully. The traffic lights apply to you too. Stop at the signal and stay alive. The National Road Safety Authority wants us all to look out for ourselves, protect each other, and arrive alive. Thank you.
Your family needs you alive. Everyone needs you alive. Arrive alive.
Yeah, if you win, no one win like that planet. My baby, hold you low.
Sunana Abdulrazak. Last week, I received a message from Bet Planet. Come on, now win golden ticket. Nadanje Injin Saya, ma Mercedes Benz na. Omba ku yadda kuma gashi nan ga sunana kai. Ongana gora kaman gaskiya ne. Muna sun ce na gode Bet Planet. Na gode ma kowa.
Yeah, if you win, no one win like Bet Planet. My baby, hold you low. If you win, no one win like.
Welcome back to the City Newsroom. Now, relative calm has returned to Sheni in the Tatale-Sunguli district of the Northern region following Monday's clash between two clans in the area. 2 people are reported to have sustained gunshot wounds with several houses burnt. Security personnel were later deployed to the area to maintain law and order. City News' Mohammed Alabira visited the community and has more in the following report.
Sheni community clash on Monday between 2 rival clans was sparked by a contest for a chieftaincy title. About 5 houses were burnt, whilst 2 persons sustained gunshot injuries. Livestock were also killed. When City News arrived at the scene, we first met with the Biwumi family, which allegedly staged the attack. Waja Kweku is the spokesperson for the Biwumi clan.
The trouble came from the chiefness. Since our grandfather's time, Biwumi was last chief of Sheni in 1953. Since after that, we couldn't get chiefnet. And Pwadi came after Pwadi, and then Chamaya came after Chamaya too, and then the son too came. Then we said that we didn't agree. We let our family too should have this time, and they too agree. We got hungry because we need to collect our thing, and they couldn't give it to us. That's why we angry, and then we attacked them.
Kojo Malo, the regent of the community, also spoke to City News about the situation.
Me a metiwano, me nim asam ayi adukura ya aja umumba ya sano. Tuma safio twanyina menu ya pani de okabe bi no ne fie ho de dia ga yatena ho ayede asam no uma paaki nyema nyina aduko ma fa nyema nyina aduko aja mpanchi ne mbre kire nyina mututu ti panyi me timi twaturo ya hunu bone bi ayeye.
The assemblyman for Sheni, Nafuri Kwame, is urging calm among the 2 clans.
Government to take action on that, so that they resolve the issue for me, so that Sheni will be peaceful community.
Some women and children have reportedly fled to neighboring Togo for safety. Meanwhile, there are still fears among community members due to absence of security. Police and military personnel who were deployed to the area to maintain peace have since left the area. The Pwadi family, the family that allegedly suffered the attack, is appealing for protection. The leader of the family, Kojo Malo, fears there could be another attack. Meanwhile, the Biwumi family, which allegedly instigated the attack, alleges its members were also beaten when the security personnel were called in. Some of the persons allegedly beaten show what looked like evidence of their bruises to Citi News.
We're about 4 people. We lay down. I tell out one came, another one I told the police, matter, last me no more.
The chief of Lekpale, Kwame Simon, appealed to the factions to exercise restraint and use due process to resolve the dispute.
That is why we are having leaders. Me, I am a chief, I'm under somebody. Somebody too is a chief, is under somebody. So if you know that you are the right person, you want to follow the rules or the law. That is my advice. We don't need to fight or we don't need to destroy.
Just when Citi News crew was leaving the community, security personnel were seen entering the community.
And that's how we wrap today's edition of the Citi Newsroom. This is your election bureau. Our website, citinewsroom.com, has more information on our top stories and more.
Subscribe to CityTube on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Citi TV.
Download the Citi Newsroom app from the Google Play Store or the App Store and keep updated on the go.
You can also watch Citi TV on DSTV channel 363 and Go TV channel 182.
My name is Zoe Abubedu Ado.
And I am Michael Obodu. Thank you for watching. As always, please stay safe.